He's taking it. He's dropped it. Got him. Whoa, yeah, baby. Here we go. It is game on. I haven't seen him, but he's quite a big fish. This carp has taken the worms. I cast no more than about 5 foot in front of me. My God, there's some weight in this fish. I'm going to walk back through this flooded little creek just here, down to where my worms and my hooks and sinkers are, or hooks. I'm not actually using a sinker. I have not yet seen this fish. I can tell by the fight. Oh my God, there's some weight in this fish. Now, why this fish is giving me so much curry, now's a good time to tell you that that bird that you can hear, that we've all known as a plover, is actually not a plover. That's a masked lapwing. As your lesson for the day, because I learnt that earlier this week. But anyway, back to the job at hand, and I have hooked on to an absolute mud marlin of biblical proportions. Now, I caught one in this dam this morning. It'd have to be at least 12 pound, maybe even up around 14 or 15 pound. And I didn't film it because my memory card was playing up. So I went home and formatted the memory card, and I've come back out. And I have hooked another absolute submarine of a carp. I haven't even sighted this fish yet. Now, there's the one I caught this morning. Here's one I prepared earlier. Dude, that was a big carp. I'm actually starting to think this one might be a bit bigger. Couldn't possibly be. Now, I am fishing here today. I'm on a flooded farm dam on private property. I've been and asked for permission to go fishing here. Now, this dam is in a gully that flows through when it rains right down and just connects heaps of dams, and somewhere along that system there's carp, and these floods, whoa, look at the size. That might even be a big mirror carp, is it? Somewhere along the line, these carp have moved out into the swollen creek, and they are just huge. This is a great time of year to catch carp. All you have to do is just drive around the flooded country roads, look for the table drains where you can see carp swimming around, which is how I found this. I could see them swimming up this table drain last week during the floods. And then you go and knock on the farmer's door and you say, "Excuse me, I can't help but notice you've got some dirty great big mud marlin in your dam. Would you mind if I went and had a bit of fun and tried to catch them?" And fun this is. Look at the bend in that rod. I was going to say it's bending like a banana, but it's not, because bananas don't bend that much. They just snap. This is an Akuma micro spin 1 to 3 kilogram rod with a little quantum, I think they call these a size 15 reel, with 4 pound Maxima Ultra Green line. So an Akuma 1 to 3 kilo rod with a quantum reel, 4 pound monofilament line. Now that's enough of the sponsored plugs. Even though it's not sponsored, I paid for it at Adventure Camping and Fishing. That's enough of the paid plugs where I paid. Oh my God, there's some weight in this fish. Now my dietitian, Daniel Andrews, he's the premier, Daniel Thompson, APD, accredited practicing dietitian, asked me the other day, what's your strike rate when you're catching big carp on light gear? Well, Dan the man, if you happen to be watching, in a spot like this, where there's not many snags, not much structure, they can go their hardest, it's pretty good. I land most of them. But if you watched my YouTube video last week, where I catch carp in the Winton wetlands, I hooked 4 and only landed 1 because I had concrete structures to dodge, and it was really, really hard. So basically, the more open it is, the easier it is to land these big fish on light gear. Obviously, you still need some skills with regards to using your anti-reverse or your drag. And to be quite honest, catching carp like this in these open waters is just a great spot to practice this sort of fishing. Isn't that a lovely sound, just hearing your drag scream like that? There it is. Tiny weeny little Akuma. Now, if anybody is overweight and needs to lose weight like I did and do again because I've put a bit much back on, go onto Instagram and look up Barefoot Lifestyle, or go onto Facebook and look for the Facebook page Northeast Nutrition. That's Dan. So it's a champion fella, an inspirational character, and he looks a bit like Hugh Jackman. As you'd expect from a dietitian, he's in pretty good shape. Well, so am I, really. Because round's a shape, and I reckon this carp that I've got on here is heavier than me. I'm going to have to be, like the sport fisherman, put the butt of the rod up against my fat gut and hold a hand under there because I'm getting a sore arm. This is an epic battle. Have a look at the size of this dirty stinking carp. It's just insane. That's at least 10 pounds, this fish. At least. Certainly giving me a fair bit of curry on the ultralight rod and reel. Tell you what, most people hate carp, but I don't care what anyone says. I reckon they are Victoria's premier freshwater sport fish. I've never had a Murray cod fight this hard, and I have no doubt that a 130 centimetre Murray cod will fight this hard. But a Murray cod sort of 70 or 80 centimetres long like this will not fight like this. No way. This is so much fun. He's tiring out. I'm just tiring him at the moment. I've only got 4 pound line, remember, so if I try and drag him up there, I'll snap the line. So I've got to wait until I can just put a bit of... Here he comes. Here's a big mirror carp. A massive big mirror carp. Look at the size of that mirror carp, eh? Gee, these are a fun fish to catch. Like I said earlier, go for a drive along the dirt roads, just look at the table drains and stuff, and if you can see carp swimming around, which they do a lot of this time of year, then you know you're in the right area. Then you just have to find out where the deeper holes are on them drains. There's the drain there and the water's flowing under the road. This dam is the deep hole. This is home, and this will be where these carp retreat when everything dries up and all this water stops flowing. I reckon the water's going to drop 6 inches when I take this out. Yeah, she's starting to tire out, I think, surely. You are going to sleep. Tell you what, this video camera might run out of film the way I'm going. The modern day version. The SD card might fill up. If this suddenly stops recording, and you see a photo at the end of this fish, that means my memory card was full, and I landed the fish and took a photo of it. Goodness me, is this going to take long? It's a mirror mud marlin. Look at the little Akuma, it's just bent in half. Excuse me. I'm that excited I've got a tickle in my throat. In actual fact, I'm asthmatic and I get hay fever, and it's been the worst season I can remember for hay fever. And there's canola just down there, and there's all sorts of things in flour making me sneeze and cough and sniff and carry on. But I tell you what, I might be unhealthy, but I'm a lot healthier than what this big old mud marlin's going to be when I finally land it. Have a look at the size of that. He's getting tired now. I don't know whether it's time just yet. We'll find out when I get her up into the shallow waters. Apparently she's not ready to come in. She said, not yet, Robbie. She goes, it's like a big lunge out to the centre of the dam. I didn't get as far as she did earlier because she's getting tired. I kept saying she because I don't know why. It's got whiskers, so maybe it's a man with a moustache. Look at this prehistoric looking thing. Oh, straight into what's dead, mate. That's your buddy from earlier this morning, isn't it? Didn't you learn from his experience? I don't really want to land it on that side because it's too steep. I can kind of beach it a bit more up here. Always look after the farmers, folks. Always ask. Always say thank you. Never, ever, ever leave rubbish. And as a magazine journalist, I never name locations when I'm on private property. A lot of people comment on my photos and stuff on Facebook and say, where was this, mate? But let me tell you now, if I have to cross private property, I won't be telling you. So I've got to look after the farmers that look after me. Right, mate, you're getting tired, you're getting sleepy. In 3 seconds, you'll be asleep. Tell you what, this isn't a bad effort for 4-pound line. Maxima Ultra Green. I've been using this for years and it's the best fishing line. Don't go between your legs, you swim between my legs. At this stage now where I can just grab the line but still be careful. If he does lunge, I can let go of the line and let him pull drag. He hasn't got a lot left in him. What about now? What about the comfort lift? Will the comfort lift work with you? I don't know, I haven't been to the gym for a while. Jeez. I was hoping to catch a big carp. It's pretty safe to say I've achieved that on an unweighted bunch of worms in a flooded farm dam. I have caught this behemoth of a fish on 4-pound line.